in Owasso, and I have a Max board meeting this morning, so it's a little echoey in the room that they gave me to do this in, but I wanted to share some thoughts from Isaiah chapter 46 this morning as we look at turmoil in America, as we look at wrestling through the confusion of our election process and really the disappointing amount of fraud that has taken place in Michigan, but probably in a multitude of states. I said that unfortunately this election would be determined by whether or not we dealt with the election fraud, because I knew it was coming. There was a lot that preempted this and set the stage for this. And so, unfortunately, we're living in the reality of it. But the most important thing for us to remember is that God cares about us. God cares what we're going through as an American citizen. He knows and he cares what we're going through in our personal lives, in our families, in our workplace, in our spiritual struggles, or in our physical struggles, or our emotional struggles. God knows what is going on in our lives, and he cares, and he's involved. And I think that that is critical for us to recognize. And so I want to read a few verses from Isaiah chapter 46. It says, "Remember the former things of old, for I am God, and there is none else. I am God, and there is none like me, declaring the end from the beginning and the ancient times, the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. Calling a ravenous bird from the east, the man that executeth my counsel from a far country, yea, I have spoken it. I will also bring it to pass. I have purposed it. I also will do it." And so Isaiah chapter 46, I found just great comfort in God reminding us that he's in charge. God is not negotiating for control of America. God is not negotiating for control of your life or of my life. God is not in a position where he needs to negotiate for anything. I mean, he's in charge. He's in control. He is going to purpose what is best, and then he is going to bring it to pass. He invites us to participate and to obey his commands and to follow his program. He invites us to be obedient and submissive stewards of that which he has entrusted to us. And he is willing to work all things for our good. And if we'll just love him and be called according to his purpose. In other words, if the most important thing for me is being conformed to the image of my Savior, Jesus Christ, then the most important thing for me to do is to trust God with all of my heart, knowing that whatever he is bringing into my life, whatever he is allowing in our culture, he is bringing to pass because he wants to conform me to the image of his dear son. And so I can allow in my life room for God to work. I don't have to be a control freak. I don't have to try to figure everything out. I don't have to have an answer for everything. But what I do need to do is submit my will and my thinking to God's will and God's way of thinking, to really allow him to shape my desires into his very desires by delighting myself in the Lord. And so when we look at this Isaiah 46 passage, I just really find great comfort when he says, I have spoken it. In other words, the things that God has decreed, he's laid out in his word, we can trust those things. We can take them to the bank. The promises of God are true and sure. And it means that he's going to supply all of our needs. He is going to be with us through thick and thin. He's never going to leave us nor forsake us. That he really is going to work all things together for our good and his glory. We can count on those promises. He has spoken it. I will also bring it to pass. I have purposed it, and I also will do it. And I trust that those words from Isaiah chapter 46 will be that source of comfort. We get to go along with God's program. People have asked me, do you think that the fraud will be rooted out? I don't know, but I do know this. It is prevalent. It has been documented by many who have been involved in the counting process. Now it's going to be a matter of whether there's the courage and the backbone to prosecute and to deal with those who have been behind it. I do believe that God takes down and he puts up leaders. And though I believe that there has been a lot of fraud to manipulate the election, but we knew going into it that there was going to be that. I knew that the election result was going to depend on our ability to expose and root out corruption in order to have future legitimate elections. That's all on a human level. But can I tell you, my faith is not in rooting out corruption. My faith is not in lawyers and in counters and in those that would be in political clout. Realistically, my confidence is in the Lord. My confidence is in the one who said, I care. I know what's going on. I care about you. And I'm going to help you navigate whatever I allow into your world, whatever I bring into your life. I will help you because I care about you. And it matters to me that you grow in your conformity to my image and that you grow in your faith to trust me more. And may that be our cry. May that be our prayer. May it be our plan going forward that we're going to be people who trust God, who has purposed all things for his own glory and for our good. May it be an encouragement to you. God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow morning.